Have you ever mixed a song perfectly in your headphones only to bring it into your car and realize it doesn't sound the same? The bass might be too loud or quiet, and your vocals might sound muddier than you remember. I remember years ago when I first got into mixing and mastering, I had just finished mixing a song on my headphones and I felt like it sounded pretty decent. So I plugged in a really cheap speaker into my computer and I had to listen, and dude, I was devastated at how terrible it sounded. My vocals were so drowned out and off pitch that I questioned, am I ever even gonna get good at this? If you feel this way, don't worry. This is something that happens to all of us, and luckily there's ways to combat this. What's up, geniuses? My name is Adrian Rivera, and welcome back to the channel where you learn to show your genius. Today we're going to talk about why the mix of your music sounds different between your car and the headphones you mix on. If you're looking for high quality beats to use for your songs, feel free to check out my website, adrianrivera.com, and beat the game with me. The main reason why your mix sounds different on different audio devices like your car speaker versus your headphones is because they are literally made differently. A vanilla ice cream cone from McDonald's is going to taste different than one from Dairy Queen, even though they're essentially the same thing. It's because they're made in different restaurants that they have their own unique flavor. The same goes for speakers and headphones. Some companies may even purposely boost or decrease certain frequency ranges of their headphones or speakers to get a sound that better suits their brand. On top of that, our ears will adjust to audio devices that we consistently listen to. So this is why when you get new headphones, they may sound weird at first, but after a few months of using them consistently, you're completely fine with them. So when you abruptly switch to a new device you're not used to, your mix is going to sound different. For example, I remember a time where I had just finished mixing and mastering a song on my headphones and passed the headphones over to my dad to have a listen. And to me, the mix sounded great, but to him, it sounded weird and he couldn't really figure out why. I told him to listen to it through the headphones that he's used to using, and once he did that, it sounded just fine for him. Unfortunately, this is always going to be the case between devices, but there's something we could do to combat this problem. That something is to use proper studio mixing equipment such as headphones and studio monitors. The difference between studio equipment and other audio devices like AirPods is that they're made to sound neutral, meaning you get the most unbiased sound possible when mixing and mastering. Like mentioned earlier, companies might boost certain frequency ranges in their devices to provide a listening experience that's unique to their brand. So if a company decides to boost the bass in their headphones a bit more, you might not realize that your mix doesn't have enough bass, or vice versa. With studio grade equipment, you can get an unbiased mix that'll translate well when other audio devices that aren't meant for mixing add their bias. So no, you're not crazy for thinking your mix sounds different in the car, but you definitely will have to get used to it because all audio devices are not created equal. If you want to hear how my music sounds, feel free to check out my links in the description and check out this video to find out what headphones I recommend for mixing and mastering. Show your genius.